What's up, Stat Collectors? It's your boy HStats, and man, got a nice one for you guys today. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell. This way you guys are going to know all about my up and coming content. So this one I have for you guys today is the up and coming Spawn 1/8 scale by and that's based off of the Spawn Batman #1 by Greg Capullo, and it's a 1/8 scale resin statue. I can tell you guys, when I first saw this, I was just watching some YouTube videos, and I was watching some coverage of the San Diego Comic-Con 2020 for this year, and I just said, day one, copping, because most Spawn statues that I have seen has been custom, and to be honest, I didn't really like them. I thought that they didn't really captivate the character. And give you guys some background on the character Spawn if you're not familiar. So this is a character that was started by Todd McFarlane, and I think there was some issues back in the days in like the 90s with Marvel and DC dominating the comic book world, and some artists that didn't kind of feel appreciated from both companies started Image Comics, and this character blew up. I think, what grade was I in? I must have been in, I think I was in the 7th grade when Spawn blew up. And I was in like the early 90s. And it just, it took off. I still have the first comic book. I got to go through my stash and find it. But I remember loving it. Image Comics was new. I think that comic book sold like over 1.5 million. It did great all the way up till now, and he's just a character that's just, I don't know, I wouldn't say underrated, but it doesn't seem like he gets a lot of love. I still enjoy the movie. I heard it did somewhat well. I don't remember at the time. I couldn't see it in the theater. I didn't watch it until it came out on HBO. And I remember the series. The series, thank God, my parents wasn't aware of the content, but the HBO series was dope, and that was it. We only got like the HBO series and, one movie, and then, a couple of comic books. But, this statue is dope. I think it just captivates the imagination of how I imagine Spawn. I love how they have him on that slanted stance angle. He always looked like, well, he always is in thought. You gotta understand, this character, he was an assassin, and he got manipulated, went to hell, came back, and couldn't remember his life pattern, only to find out that his wife got remarried to like his best friend. And I'm just free flowing right now off my memory. And I wish they could just do a Spawn omnibus. They got what is it called, compendium, and I'm still debating. I'm trying to wait to see if they're gonna do a omnibus. Maybe I'll pick it up just to have some reads in my collection, because most of my stuff from back in the days is boxed up. I still have Spawn #1. But yeah, so let's get to this statue. Now in the comic book, I know you have like Batman on this base with him. I love the way the even though this 1/8 statue, I just think very, very smart. Great experiment if that's what they were doing, because what's the #1 problem for us statue collectors? Space. So I think at 1/8 that's gonna stand about 15 inches tall. So that's not too big. The width, I don't even think the width is going to be that big. Just from like starting from the upper torso, it looks like I'll estimate about 3.5 inches wide, and I guess the width span of the the cloak, I'll say all the way to the top, maybe this wide. I'll say probably I'll say 6.5 inches estimate. But I am going to pick this one up. I'm going to pick it up because this is one of my favorite characters, and I think this is a great scope. Would I have preferred it being a 1/4? Possibly. If it was a 1/4, I would have still picked it up. 1/3, I would say no, not with that cape. The 1/3, I mean, with with that cloak or cape, whatever you want to call it, you know, would take up too much space. So I think this is perfect. You got the green spawn word, got that chain, infamous chain that, you know, basically he can just release with his powers. And it kind of reminds me also too when he used to, if you ever watched the HBO series, like he was always on top of a building, just looking down, thinking, you know, about previous things, you know, not remembering who he was in his previous life. But yeah, I mean, I just think this is a great job. This one is done by, let me see, this one is Spawn DC Direct Statues. So I guess DC is now affiliated with Spawn. You know, it's been a while since I read a few Spawn comic books. I think the last Spawn comic book I read was probably like maybe, I said a few years ago. I gotta really like get back to it. But yeah, this is a really dope statue. Limited edition. It's individually numbered, so I guess they are gonna have. They don't say the edition size, like, you know, how many they're gonna make of these, but it's 1/8, 15 inches. This was inspired by the Spawn and Batman variant cover by Greg Capullo and Todd McFarlane. Description here says, comes this stunning Spawn resin statue with a masterful scope. Capullo's art style is perfectly captured, with the highlight of the scope being Spawn's trademark flowing, jagged and endless cape. Yep, I like that jagged cape. So it's a highly detailed Spawn / Batman #1 by Capullo, 1/8 scale resin. Statue stands approximately 15 inches tall, including the base. So it says this limited edition statue is hand numbered on the base. So I guess these are going to come with different numbers. They don't tell you, you know, how many they're going to make, but it is available for pre-order. If you guys have been following me, you know I made myself affiliate with Entertainment Earth. So I'm definitely picking this up so I can give you guys that review. And I'll leave a link on the bottom of this video. If you guys are interested, just click on that link. You will be helping support the channel. I'm definitely picking this up. I'm not only trying to be influencer, but I am a real collector that actually buys their statues. Yeah, so guys, if you like my video, make sure you hit that like button. And again, those of you who are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This way you guys are going to know all about my up and coming content. And do me a favor, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this up and coming 1/8 scale Spawn piece. Is it a must have? You know what? Right now with all these high prices, you know, for $4.99, you can't beat that. I mean, I just think you get your bang for your buck with this one. If it was a quarter scale, I just think, you know, it would just kill the space. I already see where I'm going to put this one, probably on a shelf up high with some good lighting, you know, just to give it that dark, sinister look, you know, that feel, you know, because this is a statue that I think that should be up high, you know, not like on a regular table or anything. And I think it will make a great display, dope, and I think it's unique. So with that said, guys, keep your stats up, and I'll definitely check you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys, but don't go anywhere. Make sure you check my other videos to the playlist to the right. Have a good day. Hey, say.